name's Craig, captain of the fishing vessel Old Reliable. We fish out of Sandy Hook, New Jersey, and we fish anywhere from 50 to 80 miles offshore. The Old Reliable is a 23-foot regulator center console. It's powered by a single engine, so we kind of take our chances in doing what we do, but we do catch fish. We fish an area in New Jersey, pretty much from north to south for bluefin. The ports that you fish out of in the bluefin fishery, New Jersey, goes north to south: Sandy Hook, Manasquan, Barnegat. Fish an area called the Bluefin Grounds. That's anywhere from 30 to 80 miles off the coast. Starting with areas like the Glory Hole, Chicken Canyon, the Reeser, Triple Rex, the 30 line. That area comes to be known as the Bluefin Grounds. I'm not a commercial fisherman. I work a 9-to-5 job to provide for my family. So between work, the weather, and having a small boat, it's really difficult to get the days where I can get offshore to where the fish are. It's late in the midshore bluefin season here in New Jersey. Now, we've been chasing these fish since they first showed on our local canyons sometime around Memorial Day. Fishing's been hit or miss, but when it's been good, it's been great. No real big fish for us this year. Largest probably running around 100 pounds as far as bluefin are concerned, but the small fish have been very plentiful. Early on in the season, we had them great on the new Sterling Ultimate Squid spreader bars. But lately, the jig bite has really turned on and we've had some unbelievable trips on the jig. We even caught a couple on topwaters thrown in there. And with the water temperatures on the rise, the opportunity to catch some yellowfin inshore may present itself. I've been tracking a patch of blue water that's pulled in off of the continental shelf that supposedly is holding good numbers of yellowfin. Now, it's very rare I get the opportunity to catch a yellowfin on a 23-foot boat out of northern New Jersey. So I'm going to keep watching this water, and if it slides into range, we got to strike fast. I recently got word of a great tuna bite that's happening in the Chicken Canyon. Problem is, that's about 75 miles from my home port. So that's going to test the limits of both my boat, my equipment, and my crew. Yeah, so why don't you just shoot me those numbers and we'll see you out there in the morning. I just spoke with my good friend Bob, a call from a sat phone. He's on the grounds right now and he got into the tuna pretty good on the evening troll. I took his numbers down and we plan to meet him out there first thing in the morning. The boat's fueled, the ice is loaded, and the baits are prepped. Time to get some sleep and see what the morning brings. We left the dock about 3 in the morning and had to run most of the way into dark. Thankfully, the Old Reliable is equipped with broadband radar, AIS tracking, and other information that allows us to run somewhat safely in the dark. We got on the grounds about 5 a.m., a little before sunrise. And what we could see were whales, porpoise, slicks from the fish feeding, and most importantly, tuna on the surface and bait on the sound. We're just getting ready to set the lines. I'm dropping the bait back. My crew member Sean's dropping the bait back, and boom, the bait gets taken right out of his hand. We're on. We got 2 lines out hooked up, Bob.
Great. Old Reliable, you up it?
Get back in a minute, Bob. This was a smaller yellowfin. We got it in the boat in short order, but the skunk was off and the day was already a success.
First yellowfin on the boat, baby. Yeah, Carl, we just put one in the boat. Ballyhoo.
When you're taking time off from work and you're running almost 80 miles offshore to chase fish, you want to make sure you know you're going to the right area. Now, we get a lot of information in talking to other captains and doing things the old-fashioned way, networking. But we also put our trust in online services such as Terrafin. Terrafin is an online service that uses satellites to get real-time information for sea surface temperature, water clarity, chlorophyll, turbidity, and any other kind of information that might help us get on the fish. Couldn't even get the spread fully deployed yet again, and boom, we're hooked up. I knew this was a big fish. The small ones just don't act that way, and once they get over a certain size, it's a whole different ballgame. So this was going to test all of our limits to see what we could do to get this fish in the boat.
Yep, we got color.
We've been on this fish for more than a couple minutes now, and we're nearing the end game. Fish is doing its death spirals right underneath the boat, causing us to spin on it to keep from cutting it off.
Yep.
We're back. Let me just turn it back.
It's nice fish, dude. Nice fish.
Unfortunately, in our excitement when we hooked up, we didn't clear our center shotgun bait. Ordinarily, this wouldn't be a big deal, but when we started to spin on this fish, all hell broke loose.
Watch the line, watch the line, watch the line!
The two lines crossed, and before we knew what happened, they were both cut off in the prop. Bait gone, fish gone, just like that.
Went under the prop. Yeah, because on that spin, we still had the long out.
0 to 0 in the blink of an eye, and a mistake that ultimately should have been avoided.
That was open too, right?
Morale was definitely low after we lost this fish, but we knew we just had to get right back on the horse and try to get another one. Problem is, we lost about a half hour trying to get the line out of the prop, and in that time, we lost a bite. After losing the bite where we were, we just had to start working around to try to find a fish again. This was no easy task.
Yeah, Jake, come back.
We've been trolling around for a couple hours now without a bite. Just when things aren't looking that great, a rod finally goes off. Now, it didn't seem like a big fish, but as we got it closer to the boat, I could see the unmistakable neon green and yellow of a nice mahi. Now, it's no yellowfin, but hey, everybody likes fish tacos. We put this mahi in the boat, and it took the edge off. We were back catching, now we knew what to look for. We worked away from the fleet a little bit and ended up in a patch of real fishy water. We had rip lines, some slicks, some birds picking, things were starting to look up. I spotted off the bow a patch of really fishy looking water. As we worked over by it, I could see flashes of yellow and blue slashing under the surface. A pack of yellowfin.
Look at the marks underneath them, dude. Look at that arch.
We slid over the top of them and started dropping the jigs. And boy, what a great idea. Sean hooked up almost instantaneously on a stingo, and I followed soon after.
Let me know if you need me to spin the boat.
bigger than the first one, right?
Wind her right up. You got it. Ah, it's all right, man. On the jig, baby.
Hi, I'm Craig from Old Reliable Sport Fishing. You may have noticed that while we catch all different kinds of fish, they definitely have one thing in common, and that's what we catch them on: lures from Sterling Tackle. Sterling Tackle is a family-run small business out of southern New Jersey, known for quality tackle at reasonable prices that just flat out catch fish. From their well-known splash bars in a multitude of colors and baits to chains and ballyhoo rigs, Sterling provides a full line of tackle for any offshore need. Bluefin to big eye, mahi to marlin, everything eats Sterling Tackle. I'm proud to use Sterling Tackle products and support a family-operated business. Check them out at sterlingtackle.com. Sterling Tackle, built to catch fish. We were finally back into some tuna after hours of futility. Now, it wasn't a wide open bite by any means, but every time I could slide the boat on top of the school of yellowfin we saw, we would come tight on the jig pretty quick. And we were able to put a few more smaller yellowfin in the boat on the jig, mainly on silver stingos and drift tunes.
A little bigger.
A little bit bigger. Woo! Now we're fishing, baby. Now we're fishing.
Unfortunately, just as the bite was really starting to heat up, we hit our time limit for when we were going to have to start picking up to get home on time. Sometimes your crew has business they have to tend to back on land, and unfortunately this was one of those times. We stretched it out as late as we could, and at least we put a couple more yellowfin in the box. After we packed things in and started heading for home, all I could think about the whole ride was if I was going to have any problems from wrapping that line in the prop. I could blow a lower unit seal, all kinds of different things with a single engine just had me worried sick. Some 2.5 hours later, we rounded the tip of Sandy Hook and I could finally relax. It wasn't a banner trip by any means, but I accomplished my goal of finally catching some yellowfin on my little 23-footer.